I always do these outside, and I can tell already it's gonna be a lot of wind, so y'all excuse the wind. But you are tuned in to Story Time with Hustleman. I am your boy Hustleman, here to tell a few stories today. First one, we're gonna start out with when I almost indirectly was involved in a fight with a city girl. Well, last year I celebrated my 40th birthday, and Alicia, you see her picture right there, she treated me to Ruth Chris for my birthday. Now, anybody know Ruth Chris? That's a pretty high-end establishment. You probably gonna spend a couple $100 more than likely when you come up out of there. So this is, something you dress nice to, a real formal type of restaurant. So as we was walking in, the city girls was walking in also. Now, when I first seen them, I was like, man, they look familiar. They obviously somebody, because I can tell how the treatment was, like everybody was kind of rolling out the red carpet for them. So I knew they was somebody, but I couldn't think of it. And then finally I'm like, that's the city girls. So it's an ongoing joke with people that I know. They know that I listen to young ratchet music, including the city girls, and literally just the other day before we seen them, I was talking about, is it a man law? I asked a question on Facebook, like, is it a man law violation to like the city girls? Because I'm like actually quoting, I know it probably is a man law violation to really listen to the city girls, but hey, some of they stuff be jamming. I might not can sing the lyrics, but some of that stuff be jamming. So it's crazy, just a couple days after I was making this Facebook post, I see them in Ruth Chris. So as soon as they came in, I was like, hey, the day of my birthday, I need a picture with you. And they was kind of like, the energy was super off. So it was like they ignored me and kept on walking. So I didn't, I do media, so I'm used to the old brush off. You don't push it. If they don't want to be bothered, leave them alone. So we already had reservations. So the waitress came out, they sat us, and just so happened they was sitting right across from us while we was eating. Seemed like they was having a good time, laughing and grinning and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, well maybe, later, they done had a chance to eat. They probably was hungry. Maybe they had a little attitude or whatever. Really JT more so than Young Miami. So as we finished our meal, of course, they was finishing up around the same time. So JT walked off. So it looked like JT went and took a picture with another girl, or maybe they was just talking, but it looked like she took a picture with somebody. So Alicia felt like that was an opportunity to step to JT and say, hey, today is birthday. Do you mind taking a picture? So she went to JT and say, hey, how you doing? Sorry to bother you. She was telling her today's my birthday, and would she take a picture with me? And JT made a stank face pretty much and was like, I don't really like taking pictures. So I'm like, oh Lord. And the way she said it, I know how Alicia is, so I'm like, please don't get offended by that. Some of them act like that, like it ain't no big deal if we don't get a picture with a city girl. And so Alicia walked away. I'm thinking, okay, cool. But as she was walking away, she say, it ain't like she no Nicki Minaj and then. And she said it so JT could hear it. So JT said just as loud as she could say, it ain't about being no Nicki Minaj. I said I didn't want to take the fucking picture. I don't want to take the fucking picture. Why? JT, please, help me help you, please. And why would you have to mess with the one that's fresh out of prison? Oh. So Alicia turned around, cause remember she was walking off and she kind of mumbled like, it ain't like you Nicki Minaj or something. So now she done turned around and she said, excuse me? Didn't you just get out of prison? You don't want to go back. And when I say it was bitches and a few other bad words thrown around, and I'm standing here to the side, not knowing what to do. These are two females. This is celebrity. I don't know where your bodyguard is at, cause they'll slam all of us out. So I ain't no pump, but I'm like, you know, ain't no hands. It ain't getting physical yet, but it looked like it was about to get to that. So I'm like, I can't believe I'm standing here while they arguing. I'm like, I can't believe I'm standing here and this girl is actually fussing with a city girl. Like, what is going on? So they go back and forth, and I'm like, somebody gotta have a camera, TMZ, somebody. But one of her friends, one of JT friends came and kind of walked her off because she was ready to look like she was ready to scrap. Then everybody started looking at us, don't forget, we have arrests with all that's going on. So they walked JT in like the opposite direction. So anyway, of course, Alicia, just like any other woman, want to sit there and snap pictures. At this point, I'm ready to go because I don't know what about to happen, but I'm ready to go because, you know, I ain't so much scared of a city girl, but I know usually people like that roll with somebody, and we already seen how Young Miami, I forgot the darn boy name, but we know how Young Miami boyfriend, he be ready to snap on the universe, so I wasn't worried about that then because he wasn't doing all that then. But I'm just saying, I feel like they would call somebody, so we probably needed to go. But no, I ain't scared of her. Take some pictures. I feel you. So we took some pictures. You know, they got a little nice scenery in Ruth Chris. Took some pictures. Finally decided to go. Of course, you had the valet. Like, it wasn't no other option. You had the valet park at this particular place. And so we was waiting on their valet as we came out. Yeah, city girls sitting here with their friends. So as we, like, Alicia was walking like, I ain't scared of them. And don't forget, Alicia, she's a corporate, she really corporate thugging. This a corporate chick, you know, seem a little bougie. Never would expect you to be fussing with a city girl. But see, all that's for the outside to see. I know the real deal. I know you got a little city girl in her too. So we walking out, and I'm kind of like, oh God, just keep walking. But we got out, they didn't say nothing. I seen a little look over there, but they didn't say nothing. So it was cool, but it's crazy. Almost got in a fight with a city girl. Then what's so crazy, because this around the time they had just dropped their album. We bumped the city girl the whole way home. It's crazy. So if you see the city girls and they got an attitude, especially JT, because she known for that, just let it go. Don't try to fight them. And why is the ice cream man? All right. So that's how we almost got in a fight with a city girl.